Hey, Viking fans, I'm going to talk about quarterback from Kentucky, Will Levis, next. And three, two, one. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World. You brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. That will help me Hulk smash the YouTube algorithms. I'm trying to bring you better content, more content. Hopefully, you agree that it is top notch. Get more Viking content on the air, not less. I love it. But hey, do me a favor. If you've already subscribed, go give me a skull in the comment section. Do something. Hit like, help me out. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to, if you like draft content, stick with me all the way up to the draft. I'm going to be doing all sorts of videos like this. I'm going to get deep, deep in the day 2, day 3. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to talk about this guy, Will Levis, quarterback from Kentucky. Got the icon right. Now, I got some stats for you. This is him, Will Levis, quarterback, Kentucky. Dude's 6'3", 232 pounds, senior, played 4 years at Kentucky. Some measurables are pretty good. Arm length, average, 32 and an 8. Wingspan, 79, not bad. Hand size, you guys know what I like. Any player, if you got big hands, you can control the ball. You can control offensive linemen, control defensive players. Linebackers can tackle. You can control people when you got big hands, and you can control the ball big time if you have 10 and 3/8 inch hands. I also liked Anthony Richardson that because of that. 40 time, not as big as, not as fast as Anthony Richardson, but God, serviceable. 4.7240. I'll take it. I'll take it for a quarterback. 4.7240. Now, this information again is coming from nfldraftbuzz.com. I'm going to play a video of his. I didn't get copyright strike on the Anthony Richardson, but I took hey, I'm going to keep taking chances. I'm going to give you as best content as possible. So make sure you hit like below, leave a comment, tell me what you think about Will Levis. He's probably not going to fall to us, but I feel like you got to know more about the other quarterbacks to see how the other guys that maybe will be available to us in day 2 or 3. So I feel like I got to talk about Anthony Richardson, talk about a Will Levis that will push players down to us where we could get them. And God knows, maybe these guys drop. The quarterbacks last year dropped in the 3rd round. Hey, who knows what could happen this year? I don't feel like that. I think deeper quarterback draft, lighter on other positions. Hey, quarterbacks will go pretty early this year. Everybody was wrong last year. Everybody was wrong. I was wrong. Everybody was wrong. I learned my mistake. But hey, these guys are some talented dudes and got a lot of physical tools. So let's talk about. Oh yeah. So 2022, Will Levis, completion percentage or completion 185, attempts 283, completion percentage 65.4, yards 2,406, average 8.5, TD 19, 19 interceptions, quarterback rating 151. Now this is different from Anthony Richardson, who was like an 85. In his 1 year playing college football. This is Will Levis's senior year, and he had 151.9. You'll look at his videos, you'll see he's got the it factor as far as being a potential star quarterback in this league. And I've seen his interviews. He's kind of charismatic too. I can see how he could be a little bit of a leader in as far as the offense goes, leader on the field. But we'll see. And this is his stats his junior year, which actually I feel for potentially better. Completions 233, attempts 340, 353, percentage, completion percent 66 percentile, yards 2,826, average 8.0. That's a little bit down. TDs 24, interceptions 13, rating 148.3. Interceptions, yeah, who knows, a little high, but college, whatever. You don't know what the situation is, tip balls, whatever. But I like to look at the production, completion percentage in college of 66. At one point, that might have like been one of the best in the ever, right? I think when Dante Culpepper, he was a 66, 67 maybe back in the day as, is the highest completion percentage by college players. So he set that record, and I don't think he was that much higher than that. So this is pretty amazing. 2 years in a row being, what was it, 66 and 65.4. Great production. Can't argue with that. Now I'm gonna read his draft bio. Then I'm gonna play the video, and then I'm gonna talk about the rest of his strengths and weaknesses. So let me bring me up a little bit. So draft bio: Will Levis from Xavier High School is rated 3-star recruit by ESPN and handed a 3-star grade by 247 Sports. Following high school, Levis a 4.0 GPA. Love that. I love intelligence, or at least study habits. You can be just not gifted and still get 4.0 if you work hard, and that just shows me you can work hard. Had offers from a number of Ivy League schools, including Harvard and Princeton. That's amazing, but wanted to pursue a FBS football career and sign with Penn State instead. After redshirting all of 2018 and 2019 as a freshman, Levis saw action in just 4 games for the Nittany Lions, and he threw for 233 yards on 47 attempts with completion percentage 59.6 for an average of 4.7 yards per pass, 2 TDs, while taking 9 sacks, QB rating of 68. He had added 46 runs for 253 yards and an average of 5.5 per run. So mobile, freshman year, he showed he could do that. 2022 as a sophomore in limited action, he passed for 414 yards and 54 attempts with a completion percentage of 59.3 for average 7.7 yards per pass with the 1 TD, while also taking 5 sacks and putting up a quarterback rating of 89.6. Is an improvement. Made 79 runs for a total of 286 yards and an average of 3.6 per rush. So, wasn't getting time. I think this changed after season end, starting just 2 games in 3 years combined at Penn State. Levis wisely opted to transfer to Kentucky, where now as a junior he was handed the starting role and played a total of 13 games. Now I just told you the stats. Let me add his running. As a runner, he logged 98 runs for a total of 516 yards and an average of 5.3 per run. He also voted as team captain as a junior in his first year at Kentucky. Awesome. In 2022, as a senior, Levis saw action in 11 games as he threw for 2,004. Well, I've already read you the stats. His runs, he added 45 runs for a total of 119 yards and an average of 2.6 per run. Didn't run as much, but we know as a junior he could, and he did. And those are the kind of stats. That is junior year, 2,800 yards, 500 running. Pretty good year. Pretty good year. Now, his honors and awards: Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Top 10, Davey O'Brien QB Class of 2022, Manning Award Watch List, Maxwell Trophy Watch List, Walter Camp Player of the Year Watch List, College Football Player National Performer of the Year Watch List, Reese Senior Bowl Watch List. All this came because he was a stud junior. So, and he didn't outperform his junior year. So elected one of 17 captains for 2022. Played in 11 games this season. Did not play versus South Carolina with injury. Okay, this explains a little bit about the production. And then he had some stats for ranked 4th in the SEC and 27th nationally in pass efficiency. Awesome. Ranked 4th in SEC, 23rd nationally in yards per pass attempt, 8.5. Ranked 5th in the SEC in passing TDs, 19. So I'm gonna hold off on the scouting reports. We're gonna watch the video. Put myself in the corner here. Now I'm gonna first off tell you that this, being that the dude's 6'3", 6'3", 6'4", whatever, that is a low delivery. He throws like a shortstop almost. It's quick. You'll see that it's quick. It's to his ear and gone, but it's low, and that's my only concern about his throwing. It's his throwing style. I feel like he steps and throws really well. I think his feet are quick. You see him scanning the field here, holding in there and making that delivery. That was some NFL stuff right there. That was some NFL stuff on that throw. There, yeah, right there. They're showing it again. That's coming open late, man. It's coming open late, and he recognizes that fakes. There was the fake. Now this was really quick. Didn't get his feet underneath him, but was still able to drop it in there for the catch. One of the things when he's looking downfield when he's doing that fake, he gave his guy a chance to catch that ball, but that was a 50-50 ball. That was a 50-50 ball, but he rifled it in there. That could easily have been picked, but that was some zip on the ball, so that was pretty good. That was a nice back shoulder throw all the way. He was throwing back shoulder, throwing his guy open. I love to see somebody throwing their guy open. Imagine, with Justin Jefferson 2 years from now catching back shoulder fades from this guy. So that's a little bit of highlights from Will Levis. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. What you think of Will Levis, man? Let me see. Add the stream. Now, wow, I just lost my. There we go. So here is his scouting reports. They're big. It's a long scouting report. So let's talk about it. Prototype QB standing at 6'4". This one says he's 6'4". 230 pounds with a frame for survive contact in the pro game. Looks like a linebacker. Honestly, 6'4" looks more legit just looking at what he looks like on the field. He is a big dude. That's probably the strongest arm in the draft. Claims I don't know about that, but it's good. Claims he can throw the ball 80 yards. Well, if he does, that's more than Anthony Richardson claims. So, so 80 yards. And from his play, he see no reason to doubt him as an elite, cute, quick release, unusual for a player with such a strong arm, alongside fast info processing, makes him ideal for a Sean McVay style offense. What do we have? Apparently, a Sean McVay style offense. So, all right, very accurate on intermediate and long passes, flashes anticipation and placement on intermediate outs, and ability to lead receivers on deeper throws. You saw this. His stats at UK are probably underrated. His performance for most of his interceptions were a result of receiver mistakes as opposed to thrown accuracy. I like to hear that. Has played behind a subpar offensive line at UK, meaning a high proportion of his passes were thrown under serious pressure, and he still has managed to take good take of the football. I don't know. They just misspelled that. Showed incredible improvement after transferring to the University of Kentucky. Came from nowhere to develop into a serious NFL talent. Like it. He overcame the odds. 3-star, transferred, became a captain, balled out the first year at UK. I love it. Super smart student 4.0, was offered scholarship in multiple Ivy League schools, constantly puts the ball into tight windows over the middle, throwing to spot on the slant or between zone defenders. before the receiver's open. I agree. He looks like he can thread the needle. He throws it fast and quick, accurate. I like it. Not much I don't like about this guy. I just don't like his low delivery. Very confident passer and shows good accuracy and feel with uh when in rhythm. Showed better ball placement from past years and throws very catchable passes. As well developed, he does have touch. You see that in some of his throws. Um, he is well developed footwork and has experience operating from both the shotgun and under center. Like I said, I thought he has quick feet. I like it. I didn't read this is me reading this for the first time. I'm just telling you what I thought during the video. Thought he had quick feet. Athletic quarterback who is threat to lead the pocket and gain positive yardage at any time with the size and power to run over smaller defenders. Can be used on QB power sweeps and counters and is a major threat in the end in the red zone. I agree. I agree. And he showed he can run as a junior. I didn't have highlights of him running if you notice, but hey, I'm more worried about can the guy throw, but apparently can run too. His weaknesses, his athletic gifts are not in doubt. His mechanics are still pretty raw. So I agree. That's what I was saying. Low delivery. Goes like a shortstop a little bit. Not too bad, not drastic, but I do like being a player can throw from different angles, get that Mahomes thing going. I didn't see any of that in the highlights, but maybe get used to throwing different ways. You can train someone to throw better. You can do that, and we'll see. Needs to improve his touch at all levels and know when to gun it and when to take something off his throws. He has an issue with patience in the pocket, quickly gives up on a play and takes off. Oh, that's new, but you can't see that from the highlights. So yeah, maybe they're right. Not always great going through progressions. He's resulted in him throwing too many picks, throws with the inconsistent footwork. So that's a little bit of a contradiction. They blamed the interceptions on bad wide receiver play, but then they pin it on him and the weaknesses. Throws with inconsistent footwork, which often leads to inaccurate passes. I did notice that he didn't get his feet underneath him on a couple of those throws. I pointed that out. Often throws using three-quarter release. Although he cleaned this up for the most part late, Levis could not beat out Sean Clifford while playing at Penn State. Uh, you know, he did, but he went to Kentucky and balled out. So I don't care what happened at Penn State. Player comparison that says Josh Allen. You can see that if you watch that and put it next to Josh Allen, you kind of look at that and say, hey, Josh Allen type player. Who knows? Scouting report summary: Will Levis came from nowhere in 2020, and after a solid 2022 season, is now looked at as a legitimate first-round talent. Agreed. He has a generational physical gifts, as well as good accuracy and elite arm strength and quick release. All things I agree with, as well as a natural feel for the game. Levis also offers a major impact as a runner who reminds us of Josh Allen, who forces the defense to play 11 on 11 football, especially in the red zone. He, however, is still very raw and has little nuance to his game. He has a number of flaws in his game, most of which can be explained by him playing on talent-starved Kentucky team and being forced to freelance, but not all. Levis is the biggest boom bust QB in the class by far. There's a chance he can become the second coming of Josh Allen equally. There's also a chance he may fall to work out technical issues and never become a decent pro starter. Expect Will Levis to be drafted in the top half 2023 NFL draft. I think they're saying that about everybody, and they said about Anthony Richardson. I have more faith in this guy than I do Anthony Richardson. I do believe Anthony Richardson physically is more talented, not necessarily arm talent, but I think Richardson has that higher release. He does have a quick, but not as quick of a release as Will Levis. But Will Levis, strong arm, quick, accurate. I think I just think he's a more solid prospect, more worthy to draft in the first round. I wouldn't mind this guy being on our team. I wouldn't mind this guy. I feel good about it. Just to give you an idea, spider chart is 40 time is above average. His height is average, 6'4". All right, just saying it's average. Weight above average, um, almost elite. I It looks more average, or above average to me. Hand size, borderline elite. Yeah, definitely a good thing. Arm length, average. Wingspan, above average, which is kind of crazy. So you must got like a big torso. Wingspan, he's got a big chest apparently, because his wingspan is elite, but his arm length is average, which is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Um, the height helps in the situation, I think. Wingspan does not help him throw a higher in the help him throw a higher delivery, but it does. It might help something. I don't know. We'll find out. But hey, Will Levis, man, not we he may never even get a chance to draft him. But hey, if he comes down, if any of these guys fall to 23, these top quarterbacks, and we're sitting there, we have leverage to drop down if we don't want to take them, and that only benefits us. So, see, hopefully, a Will Levis or a Anthony Richardson falls to 23 and allows us to go, hey, anybody want them? Yes, okay. Give me your first round. Give me your second round pick. All right, give me your first round pick from next year. We'll drop down to the early second. Do something like that, man. We could get a lot. Just think about this. If one of the higher draft pick teams takes somebody else, but still needs a quarterback and is sitting high in the second round, and we're sitting there at 23, we could get that pick plus the first round then the next year. Um, that'd be awesome. That'd be a situation. That'd be awesome. Or even if we got that pick plus their second. Well, we get their second, we get their first next year. Throw in a third. I don't know. There's so many things that could happen if some of these guys start falling and teams want them or need a quarterback. We would be in a great situation. That's the situation we would hope for. All right, guys. That's it for today. Skull Vikings. See you next time. Cue the music.